why our capital is going out of country. In my main reason is government inefficiency, bureaucrats not cooperative, lack of transparency in environmental law, how to resolve basic issue to exploit our own natural resources. Because of this compulsion of coalition politics.
Take these two now, and then if someone are there, the chair agrees, I will give a bit of time. Please.
Corruption. Is it not that the 1% levy of excise duty on unrecognized sector will lead to corruption?
From Galada Power. The question is about power sector, because in your talk, Dr. Jayaprakash, you are very clear that this sector is the worst in the country, and without power, nothing can happen. So in the power sector, since I am here in power sector for 40 years, I can tell you the simple technique of buying substandard goods by L1 practices in tendering. They are buying substandard goods, whether be it central sector or state sector, and these goods, that includes the poles or the towers, the insulators, the conductors, the cables. Everyone in the country knows, the ministry knows. I have taken it, I'm the chairman of national body of conductor manufacturers, that this is what is happening. See, you are buying in the name of good conductors, substandard conductors, less length conductor, less diameter conductors, ungalvanized conductors, and these conductors fail in less than 10% of the estimated life of the conductors, and we have failures. We lose something like 40% of our electricity because of substandard inputs. So this needs to be addressed. We totally need for our country, by 2017, 3 lakh megawatts of power. If we have to give decent supply to every citizen of the country. But unfortunately, we are not able to provide, because now we have 2 lakh megawatts installed capacity, and what we really are supplying as power and billing is less than about 60% of this. So this needs to be addressed, and some suggestion from your side. Thank you.
Small scale entrepreneur. I give emphasis on that. After hearing Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan, just I was wondering whether what question I will have to ask him. Yes, given a all-pervading picture of the Indian economy, but less on the subject of yesterday's budget. You see, this, I have a feeling, Doctor, keeping a target of what is the total expenditure, 15 lakh crores. Added to that another 5 lakhs, states, 20 lakh crores, and then how to tax people. Maybe, you know, there is no professionalism in this approach, even though we have been hearing of this right from the British days. I have a feeling that this, particularly without, I do not want to make a speech, this 2% increase on excise and services is going to be disastrous to this country if the same trend continues, because it is straight away from today onwards, it is being passed on to the common man. So, because you are on so many committees, time has come, taxation, as you rightly said, you know, we will have to pay taxes, no doubt about it. And our friend said only 30% only are paying taxes, others are, it's not as the others are evading, they are unable to pay. Poverty, you rightly said, is it poverty going down or going up? You know, this is also very difficult question to answer in this country. So, I request you, Doctor, we have great love and affection for you, but what is this, now it is needed is the professionalism. What happened to the railway minister? He has really given a big a professional approach to the railway budget. What happened to him? This cannot happen in this country. That's what, what I feel from my heart.
Thank you, thank you.
In India, and compared to any industry, agriculture is the lowest giving industry giving the return. It may be 1% or 0.5% on an annual basis. Of course, agricultural labor and agricultural together constituting the rural economy, unless, of course, they contribute the highest level of population in the country, maybe 70% or 80%. So unless you empower them, unless you develop them, country cannot develop, because the buying power lies with them. It has to be with them. If the buying power is given only to 20-30% of the people who are staying in the urban areas, the country cannot develop as such, because the 70% living in the rural areas, they remain poor. So one way to make them really develop, bringing them to the mainstream of the economy as such, is to empower them to higher reward on the agriculture. At least it should be brought down. We are all cribbing, as industries we are all cribbing. 8% is not a good return, 6% is not a good return, but he is getting only 1%. And I think in this country, none of the economists will really calculate the investment on land as such for purpose of calculating the return. Only in industry we are calculating, you see we are investing on plant, machinery and all that, but what is the investment on land? So nobody gets anything. But unfortunate thing that is happening is, you want to enrich them, so that you want to increase their buying power. Before that, we have started a vicious circle in the sense, whatever higher amounts that are going to them, now the highest taxpayer in the country is the rural fellow, who is buying the liquor.
Okay, I think you have made the point. Yes. I think this is the end of it.
Just one more thing, sir. Planned versus non-planned expenditure, can you make a comment?